Sai Weng lost his horse.
塞翁失马。
Once upon a time, there was an old man who lived near the border, so everyone fondly called him Sai Weng, or Old Man of the Border, in literal sense.
从前有一个老翁家住边塞附近，因此大家都亲切地称他为塞翁。
One day, while Sai Weng was grazing his horses, one of them ran off to the other side of the border and could not be retrieved.
一天，塞翁在放马时，一匹马跑到了塞外，无法再找回了。
When his neighbors heard about this, they all came to console him. But Sai Weng did not seem to mind. He just smiled and said casually,
"It's just a horse. Who knows, maybe it's a good thing."
邻居们听说了这件事后，都纷纷跑来安慰他，可塞翁却不以为意，只是笑了笑，轻描淡写地说：“
不过是丢了一匹马，又怎么知道这不是一件好事呢？”
Soon after, the lost horse returned, bringing with it a fine horse from beyond the border. Seeing this, Sai Weng's neighbor exclaimed enviously,
"Who would have thought such a good thing could happen?"
过了不久，那匹丢失了的马竟然跑了回来，并且还带回了一匹塞外的骏马。见此情景，塞翁的邻居羡慕地说：“
真没想到呀，天下竟还有这等好事。”
Sai Weng, however, looked worried and said,
Who knows if this might be a bad thing?
塞翁听了，却忧心忡忡地说：“
唉，谁知道这会不会是一件坏事呢？”
The neighbor thought that Sai Weng was merely worrying needlessly and shrugged it off.
邻居听了，只当塞翁是杞人忧天，并未放在心上。
Unexpectedly, just a few days later, Sai Weng's son was riding the horse from beyond the border when he accidentally fell off and broke his leg.
Out!
岂料就在几天后，塞翁的儿子在骑那匹塞外的骏马时，不慎被甩下马背，摔断了腿。
A neighbor came to visit Sai Weng's son, and seeing his severe injuries, shook his head and sighed.
Who would have thought that a good fortune could turn into a misfortune? You were right after all.
邻居前来探望塞翁的儿子，见他伤势严重，不禁摇头叹息道：“
没想到啊，好事竟变成了坏事，还真是给您说中了呀。”
Sai Weng, however, remained unperturbed and replied calmly,
Perhaps this is a good thing.
塞翁却并不在意，只是异常平静地回答道：“
没准儿，这还是一件好事呢。”
Sure enough, a year later, war erupted, and all the young men were conscripted into the army. Due to the intensity of the war, many lost their lives on the battlefield.
果不其然，1年后战争爆发，年轻人都被征召入伍。由于战争激烈，很多人都战死沙场。
Only Sai Wong's son, who had broken his leg, remained at home and thus survived the war.
It's truly a blessing in disguise.
唯独塞翁的儿子由于摔断了腿而留在家中，因此保全了性命。
真是不幸中的万幸啊！
Therefore, the good and bad things in this world are not absolute, for a blessing can turn into a misfortune, and vice versa.
所以啊，人世间的好事与坏事都不是绝对的，因为福可变为祸，祸也可变为福。
Oh no, I missed the school bus. Phew, got into friend's car instead. What a blessing in disguise.
糟了，我错过校车了。幸好搭上朋友的车，真是塞翁失马焉知非福啊。
The Chinese idiom, Sai Wong lost his horse, or, when Sai Wong lost his horse, who knows if it is not a blessing, metaphorically refers to a situation where, although one suffers a loss at first, it may actually lead to a benefit. It also refers to how a misfortune, that is to say, disaster, can, under certain circumstances, turn into a good fortune, that is to say, blessing.
塞翁失马或塞翁失马焉知非福，这个成语比喻一时虽然受到损失，但也许反而因此能得到好处，也指坏事即祸，在一定条件下可变为好事即福。
Example.
Not getting that job was actually a blessing in disguise, because I have gotten a much better job now.
例，
没有得到那份工作，其实是塞翁失马，因为现在我已经得到了一个更好的工作。
The story of Sai Wong lost his horse teaches us that in life, whether we encounter blessings or misfortunes, we must learn to adjust our mindset and face the events with a positive and optimistic attitude.
塞翁失马这个故事告诉我们，在生活中，无论是遇到福还是祸，都要学会调整自己的心态，并以积极乐观的态度去面对各种事件。
完结，请点赞订阅，谢谢，我们下次再见。The end. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.